Oh my gosh.
You guys have been noticing a car in my yard. There's been a bunch of comments about it. And we got her a few months back. And it's finally time to take you guys along and show you where we went and picked that thing up and our plans for it. So here you go. Here's a video of how we ended up with the car.
So Paul and I are getting ready to head to Cedar to pick up a car. But our truck had a little bit of problems. He's repairing it redneck style so we can make it to Cedar without freezing. What you doing?
Well, I'm fixing my back window. There's an old saying that no good deed goes unpunished. I went on a church wood project last weekend. My dad's truck was having trouble, so I'm like, hey, just take my truck. And he took this trailer, we stacked it full of logs. And there was like 20 rounds of wood. I'm like, I'll just throw them in the back of the truck. This truck's never hauled wood in its life. So I throw them in the last one. I can't even blame.
What dog is this?
Well, not mine.
That is not our dog.
Cool. Anyhow, back to the story. I threw the last piece of wood in, and it kind of like cartwheeled and hit the back window and shattered it. And I seem to have bought an old car, and it's like an hour and a half away, and it'll be a cold ride. So Harbor Freight to the rescue, baby. We're duct taping this back window up, and we're going to pick an old car up.
We're going car hunting.
We're not hunting, it's found. I've captured it. Now we're going to get it.
Okay, well, good job on your repair.
Oh yeah, that's mint.
Right. The repair is complete.
It's good, nice and quiet in here.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's warm. We're on our way for an hour and a half drive to pick up an old white car.
Made it to Cedar.
We're in Cedar Town.
It's holding strong.
Yep.
No leaks. Who knew that you were a cardboard window fabricator?
I can build anything.
We're almost there.
I've had it about 8 years. This one I found. The guy I knew had it, and he decided he wanted to sell it.
413 wedge.
Is that good?
It's not a 440, they're good. Cool, it'll run. Have you ever had it running?
You know what? When I went to pick it up, we took a battery and put a little gas in the carburetor, fired it up, I put some more gas in the tank, put it in gear, and it wouldn't move.
Yeah.
Like trannies.
And just a 727 though, that's, well, I'm pretty excited about it. This is a 65?
65.
This one's cool. I'm excited about this one.
I had big plans,
And you say the grill is in the trunk?
it's in the trunk, and so is the bottom part to the back seat.
Oh yeah. I love old cars, especially old Mopars. Well, we might as well hook a chain on.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's loaded.
Barely.
Why?
I've never seen that tight of a little. You're lucky.
That's
Jeez.
skill. That's not luck, that's skill.
Come on. That was pretty tight.
It was
That was
dang
very tight. I was a little concerned.
I was too for a second. Thanks.
I don't know where to put it.
And these little
One of the
things right here.
I could have probably done that.
All right, don't get attached.
I'll try really hard
Okay.
not to. Motley Crue. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Well, thank you very much.
Well,
This is gonna be a fun car.
hearing what you're doing, it sounds cool.
The car's pretty clean. That thing's pretty cool.
He seemed like a nice guy.
He's a good dude. So that's what cruising Facebook Marketplace does for you. It takes all of your money.
Yeah.
Exactly what it does. But I got a sweet car right now.
big city
Yeah,
without going on a date.
We're going to eat Asian bistro.
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
I've never been here before. We'll see how this menu is.
We're on the way home. Car's loaded. It's pretty sweet. We've ate. Michelle's happy now. And
Was I not happy before?
oh, you're always happier after you've eaten.
It's true.
Especially some sushi. We're rolling out. Hour drive home and back to the grind. Made it home. We can't just not start it. We gotta know if it runs. So we're gonna give it a little gas and fire it up. Zim Park, Jason?
I think so.
Okay.
Try
Crank
it.
Picked up fuel. Nothing. Go to reverse. Wonder if the torque converter's hooked up. Something ain't right. We'll figure it out. Doesn't have any tranny fluid in it.
That's probably why.
Pour a little ATF in its system. Well, it moves, tranny works, so we got a lot of work to do to it. I got a feeling that we're gonna jerk this 413 out of it.
Get up.
We're putting some brake fluid in it to just so we can move this thing a little, nice and slow. I doubt it's gonna work. Probably gonna be brakeless. And we're used to running things with no brakes around here. Yeah, I got no brakes. Bend the front bumper. Oh yeah, well that was already in. I'm gonna have to take the front bumper off and get it all straightened out anyways. I already knew that. Well, she's off. We need to pressure wash it off. Got all that years of dust off of it. Lots of dust on it. It's gonna be fun regardless. I haven't built a hot rod in a while. Been building off-road stuff. It's time to build something hot rodish. I guess it's the day that I've been waiting for a bit. We're gonna pull this car in. Give everybody a little glimpse of this old girl. Some Mopar goodness. We're gonna go ahead and pull that motor out of it. We've got a motorhome 440 that's going in it. We've got a whole passel full of parts. The side is full, the trunk's clear full. We'll show you this car. Little bit of rust right there, but relatively clean car. We're gonna throw a battery in it here and fire it up, pull her in, and get to working on it. So I started it when I got it home from Apparel after I bought it, and it runs not good, but it runs good enough to get it in the shop, so we'll do that. All right, I'll sure to squirt a little around so that it catches on fire. Runs sweet. We're gonna fix all that. It doesn't really do burnouts.
It had that one going just a little.
Just barely. That's all she had though. That's unacceptable. We can't have that. We need a giant smoke cloud behind this thing. So that is the plan. All right, we'll show you guys around this car a little bit. So here's the grill. This is a disc brake kit for this car. That's what we're gonna do today, is lift it up, start throwing disc brakes on this thing, because these old cars didn't stop very good and we want them to stop. So that is the game plan, is to get some disc brakes on it, and then we can put this car over there and we'll start pulling motor and stuff. But for today, front end. So I believe that this is a old 318 wide block that's currently in this car. The car is badged as a 440 car. It's actually a pretty dang cool old car. Super clean. There's not a lot of rust in this car. We'll show you as we go through it, the different pieces and parts and stuff, but she may need some shocks. It's not horrible, but we'll put all the good stuff on it, make it run and drive good. We'll get that done. Does it have power steering? It has power steering. We'll go ahead and make that work, because currently it didn't have any when I drove it in the shop. We'll get after it.
She's long.
Yep. We don't have the right lug nuts on it either. That's a little sketchy. That's nice right there. That's real nice, Clark. We're gonna need to buy some lug nuts, evidently. So, people that are Mopar guys should tell me in the comments if this 727 that's hooked to this wide block 318 will bolt to a 440. I don't know. So you should tell me, because I'm gonna need some help on that. Hey, that's why the exhaust sucks, because there's none. That explains that pretty handily. All right, well, we'll get to unbolting tires and get some tires mounted up anyway. She's got a little carnage to her. I'm not seeing giant rust holes anywhere, man. This thing is solid. No emergency brakes, which I don't plan on having emergencies. So we're good. Oh, now those are sweet little lifting blocks I didn't notice. Check out this. So if you ever just want your car to set higher in the back, just go ahead, get yourself some 1/2-inch pipe, cut it off, and pound it in your leaf spring pack. Works like a lift kit every time.
This one's got threads on it.
Yep. 70% of the time it works every time, right? I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of this car, Randall. I'm starting to fall in love. We're gonna eliminate these though. I don't need the stink bug look. We're gonna put some factory shackles back in it. We need to set level. We're not in the 90s anymore. We don't need the stink bug effect. We need the level, mean road racer look. So that when we're doing burnouts, it looks cool. I'm gonna jerk some tires off and become a tire man. Okay, so the reason that somebody broke 4 of the 5 lug studs off of this, if you look right on the end of this, you'll notice that L right on the end of it. That stands for left-handed. Somebody wanted to change this tire and couldn't get them off because they were cranking them the wrong direction and broke every last one of them off. I'm gonna have to beat that with a hammer. The lug nut itself is pretty hamburgered. There we go. I'm pretty sure that the new stuff going back in here won't be left-handed, so we can get normal lug nuts. We're gonna have to get all new lug nuts for the whole car because they're wrong. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's an actual real live one that we need. So maybe we won't have to get them all. Evidently someone has put a newer rear end under this car because the front is still left-handed, that's not. And then we roll to the other side, it's gonna be right-handed. So, or they just changed the wheel studs. Well, now we've got some different stuff going on. That's left-handed. Yeah, that's right. This is the side that should be left-handed on a Mopar. Which leads me to believe that somebody has done something funny on the front end. Got her did. Actually,
There's one on the front one.
this one over here should have some front lefty. So I may have enough that we can go with that and we only have to buy front ones. This is right-handed. I don't know what we've got going on
They
here.
switched them when they were putting something back together.
They must have had the hubs off at some point and put them on the wrong side.
That's what happened, ain't it?
Yeah, because this is right-handed. What we're gonna do is buy all new lug nuts and 5 new studs. Problem solved. And then nobody ever has to wonder about this. I think it's been a minute since this was greased. What do you think?
Yeah.
I love old stuff. Okay, we'll continue working. Oh, look at that. A nail sticking out the side of it. All right. One junka down. I guess we'll go out and find the tires that go on it. That's my tractor with my kid on it. I ought to run up there and see what the heck they're doing. Ah.
recover my truck.
How does she rock crawl, boys?
I don't know.
Really not that good.
We got a built-in pulling device for these occasions. Alright. Ready? Turn the wheels that way. Okay, push the brakes and let them off a little bit.
Did you talk him into this, or did he talk you
He
into
said,
this?
let's go some rock crawling, he said, and that's what happens when you get rock crawling with G's.
There you have it. The recovery from the day.
We didn't even get a call.
We called the tractor though.
Everybody should have a kid like that, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Two-wheel drive beater truck, he's ball-hawing it off rocks.
He said he was just trying to flex it out a little.
Got some new rubber going on. The old Coronet. These are gonna look good on there. We got a little bit of, what size are these bad boys? These are 225/70 14s going on the front. All right, let's go bolt this thing on, see what she looks like. Oh yeah, that'll be all right. That looks pretty good. There's all the parts and pieces that I'm putting on this old rig. Go ahead and leave in the comments how you'd like to see this car turn out. What you'd like to see us do to it. Let us know. We're listening, so we'll do about whatever to this thing. As long as it does big smoky burnouts in the end, that's all I care about. Here, we'll put all these parts on the front. Pretty straightforward, really. I just got to pull the drum off and pull the spindle off and then bolt all the parts on. I think the hard part's going to be the booster and the master cylinder under the dash, so we'll get after it and get this thing tore apart. Put a little of that on there to help things out. I've got all of the cotter pins pulled out and all the dirt chiseled off, I think. So now I just gotta remove a few bolts and start tearing this thing apart. I'm gonna pull all the tension off the torsion bars real quick. This side will be apart and I'll throw some new parts at it. So basically I gotta pull those two bolts, these two bolts, the whole brake drum will come off, and then this arm will get reused. It'll bolt back on to this and go right back on there, and things will work out just dandy. So this probably isn't going to take too long, and we'll have front suspension on it, and then we'll be trying to climb under the dash of this thing to get the whole booster pedal, because right now it just has manual brakes in it. So I want some power brakes so we can stop this thing. So that's what we're doing. Alright, there it is. Popped her right off, no big deal. Now the other stuff should bolt right on here, and we should be going back together real quick like.
So Paul mentioned to me that he needed to go get parts in Cedar City. So guess who's tagging along today?
Yep, I picked up a hitchhiker. I got Michelle. We're going to get parts for Landon's truck, parts for the Coronet, and parts for Aunt Stacy's food truck, all in one whack.
Which
So,
is Archie's.
yep, so we're getting it all done today.
So when I can get a date, just alone with him, I take it.
Yep.
Plus, are we gonna go get sushi?
Negative, Houston. We're getting something on the road. I gotta get back. No sushi.
No, we're not.
No sushi burrito for you.
We're gonna go get some sushi.
We're in Cedar Town.
Going in.
All right, 65 Coronet. I thought you'd be excited about that.
I'm gonna have to call in some reinforcements here.
Yeah. 65 Coronet. I need some parts.
We had to bring in the vintage car expert, so Paul just gave him a whole bunch of stuff to look up.
Alrighty, I got two
hoses. I got an upper lower radiator. I got 2 sets of shocks, front and rear. Let's see, I got an idler arm assembly. I got 3 mounts, 2 engines, 1 transmission, 2 oil filters, 10 lug nuts, and 2 lift supports.
And now we'll see what comes that actually fits, right?
Guarantee it'll all fit.
Do you guarantee that?
I'll guarantee they'll get on there. I guarantee you'll get your parts. How about that?
That's all I can expect in this day and age.
All right,
We got some stuff.
we got some stuff. We
And
got
a bunch
hat.
of stuff to come
We
Wednesday,
got
right?
stuff ordered.
All right.
See you guys.
Thank you guys. I guess we'll eat some sushi so you don't sulk all the way home.
You like it too. You happy? What does it say?
It says, you're just getting started.
I agree. I just opened mine, and mine also said, you're just getting started. Booyah.
Twinners today.
Alright, so I'm not 100% sure which side that one's going the other. That's where my brakes bolt, so this is the wrong side. I need the other one. Alright, came with some new hardware. We shall slap this sucker together. Maybe. Alright. Then we put that one back on. And that should do that. Oh, come on, Betsy. Trying to spin on me, so I gotta hold it up in the taper. There, it's starting to pull. Okay, neither one of the bolts provided are going in there worth crap. The threads are rolled over on the ends, so we'll do a little filing. Alright, so we filed the end of those a little bit. We'll see if we got it enough. We'll get them started and then finish them with the impacker. Something will happen. Oh yeah. Love it. You know what? You guys at home probably have figured this out already, that I'm an idiot. It's not gonna work like that. I was just testing everybody. We'll go ahead and put this on the proper way on the back side where it goes. I don't know how this goes. But I know it didn't go how I had it. Looks like that's how it goes. I just gotta clean some grease off. Once again, take 2. You put things on the right way, they just go together. Okay, there we go. Coming together. Now I gotta pack a few wheel bearings and slip a rotor on there, tighten it up, and a caliper, hook a brake line up, repeat on the other side, and the front suspension is done. All right, here we go. Pack some bearings. Perfection. Do one of those numbers. A little more. Get plenty of the greasing stuff in there. Ready to put it on. Alright, there's that. We'll slip it on and pump a bunch of grease inside of it so it fills it up so it has plenty. Should be able to lock this thing down and one done. That's looking like it's supposed to. Alright, we have greased it. We're setting a little preload on this bearing. Feels good. Right there will work. Get the rest of the parts and pieces we need. Pull that through there. 1 disc brake rotor on. Let's see what we got to do for this. This should be pretty straightforward. I've done brakes before, so unless this is some newfangled brake system that I've never seen, we should be in business like so. Backing plate. Otherwise you're going to do like I did and have to tear it all back apart to put this backing plate on. We'll have this side done, then we'll hurry and slam the other side together, and then we can start on the master cylinder and brake booster and try to get it put in. Tight. Right there. All bolted in and tightened up. I got to put a cotter pin in that, and then we're done. Alright, so we've got brakes on it, front ends all put together. Now we're gonna sing these torsion bars back up and get them set close. Something like that. I wanted it a little higher than it was. So we'll let her down and see what she looks like. So for those of you that don't know, this is a torsion bar setup for the axles.
So it doesn't have a coil spring in here that works. It has these tubes. Well, they're metal pipes, or they're not metal pipes at all. Well, they are is a big chunk of steel with a spline on the end of it, and it twists. It springs steel, and it twists and puts pressure down on this. So when I put that bolt up in there, that is putting more pressure on it, which forces the tire down. So this is wore out, so we got a new one of those coming. We got a new pitman arm coming, so maybe it'll steer halfway decent. We'll see. All right, we got a lot done today, really. We got all the front brakes, disc brakes all converted over onto this thing, master cylinder, booster put on, and new tires all the way around. So this thing is gonna be pretty sweet for somebody one of these days. Thanks for watching.